Now, back to Ben and Quinn and the Good Life Radio Show. Brought to you by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to the Good Life Radio Show. I am your Insurance 101 guy, Ben Insurance.
And I am John Robert Quinn.
The man that wrote all the music to this
I did
show.
write the music to the show.
You can find him on Spotify, on
Yes, you
opera.com.
Yes,
and
you
the
can
Good
do
Life
that.
Radio Show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So we've got Korynn in the studio. We're switching it up on you. Korynn is back.
Hi, thanks for having me
Boom,
back.
boom.
Back with a vengeance.
You know why we brought her back, right? Did you see the ratings from the last episode she was on?
Yes.
Holy
She
smokes.
has thousands of views from her
Holy
I
one
have a lot
segment.
of friends.
I think you're good at what you do.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I couldn't believe it. I think the next day I looked, I was like, yeah?
How is that possible?
Let's
yeah,
get
we
her
need
back?
We need to get faces like this more often on the
Seriously.
show. I think. There's the walking, talking advertisements.
Thank you.
Well, before we get into that, I just wanted to give a little Ben Insurance promo today. I am your neighborhood insurance broker. What does that mean? It means I shop the market for my clients.
He's going to keep you from going broker.
Yeah, exactly. If you want some disposable income, maybe just to save before tax season, great excuse to give me a call. Otherwise, if you have state minimum, I'm going to find you better coverage at a better price. If you've got great coverage, then I'm going to get you an umbrella policy and save you money.
No, he helped me with my renter's insurance. He helped me with my auto insurance. He did my sister's insurance. You've done my landlord's insurance. I mean, everybody I've recommended has come back and said, wow.
Yeah. Well, word of mouth, is the most powerful form of advertising, and I think that's why I'm still in business, and that's why Korynn is back here today with us.
Exactly.
So, but to give me a call, give you a quote, takes 5 minutes of your time. 510-861-1541, or you can go to my website, bengodinis.com. BenGodinez. So let's jump right into Korynn. She is back by popular demand via social media and by popular request. So Korynn, tell us again, who are you, a little bit about your background and what you do.
Okay. Well, to keep it simple, I'm a creative, inspired, pink-haired 24-year-old who happens to just love hairdressing. A little bit about my background story. I graduated high school to start beauty school.
Wow.
So I got a head start. I had an amazing 11 months at Paul Mitchell. And then
Over there at Arden?
no, actually, I went to the one,
Not the one next
the
to Cupcake
MTI
Craving?
one.
Oh, okay.
Yes, off of Madison. So had an amazing experience there and was just ready to open every single door that came after that.
So this isn't your fallback plan. Like, some people would think, oh, well, you had nothing else better
What'd
to
you
do, so
do?
you went to
Some people-
cosmetology school.
How'd you get into radio?
Some people do.
Right?
Exactly.
No, this was your passion going out of high school.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I said, oh, you're going to let me leave high school early? Okay, I'll do that. And
Sweet.
so I did. And then I went through a pretty strict training, 3-year training. I trained under Neil Suhu, where I learned just structure and how to manage clients and cutting and coloring, and then how to give the world's best shampoo. So from there, I went to Details, and now I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, tell us about Details. Tell us the details about Details Salon.
Details is a great place. From the full staff, we have great receptionists that are really there to cater to you guys and offer beverages and help us
My
with
favorite part.
help us with scheduling. Right, Ben likes a beer, and then we have amazing owners that are just there to really fully support us and back us up. And I think even like key elements like having a laundry service. Our towels don't smell like wet laundry, and I
wow.
think I've gone into salons where stuff like that kind of makes a really different experience. So
The simplest thing, from the quality of the magazines at the front to what kind of seats they put when you're waiting,
Exactly.
to are they giving you a crappy
Attention.
styrofoam cup from a dirty sink of water or a bottle of
Right.
water.
No, they give us
Yes.
mugs or a glass when you get your beer
Real
or wine.
glass
the
of
you know.
wine.
simple
yeah.
details is what separates the garbage from quality.
Right, and you should
the
be
easy,
relaxed.
the little details.
Yeah, you should be relaxed, and you shouldn't feel like you should go in there and clean up for your stylist. Like, you come into a really refreshing, beautiful smile, from the receptionist, and then shortly there, I come, and then we talk about your hair, and it's just a great experience from beginning to end.
Yeah, so talk to me about that, Korynn. So when you get a client, because I feel like, at least for women, in my very limited experience with my wife, once they get a stylist, they're kind of set in their ways, right?
Yeah.
Unless they have a poor experience. So what
Which
do you
my
do?
wife is now
Okay.
reached out.
Right.
yeah.
Right. So she has bad experience,
Yes.
right? So walk us through just so people would feel comfortable. What would you do with a new client? Like, what's your process?
So first things first, it starts when they call the salon. So they call the salon, they talk to one of the receptionists. They usually come by referral or have just heard about the salon. I make sure to have 15 minutes as just a consultation. So we only have so much time to apply color. Well, I need to add 15 minutes to fully consult with that client and to make sure that they either have pictures or they tell me exactly what they don't want, so that they don't leave with anything of that sort. Basically just going through a thorough consultation and really, what don't you like about your hair? What do you love about your hair? And then just going from there.
Yeah, okay. And maybe what products that they've used in the past?
What products they've used from the past. I like to ask for, what have the last 5 years been like with your hair? Because, your hair it doesn't go anywhere unless you cut it off. So if they have hair that's to their chest, well, they've been wearing that for a while, and I'm sure they've done a lot to that. So I need to know every single thing that's gone through
People
their hair.
don't think about that.
I never thought about that. Like,
No.
women's hair. Okay, so I have a receptionist, my receptionist that's at my office. She has hair, like, below her butt.
Yeah.
Right? So she's probably had that hair for, like,
What
10
are
years.
you looking at her butt for?
Their hair.
Touche. She wouldn't have it.
But
She's covering up her butt with her hair, okay?
Yeah. So you need to know all of that stuff. And they don't think about it. They're like, oh, there's no hair color. Okay, well, when you start coloring and you see the different inches processing differently, you're like, so what happened like 5 years ago? Have you really not colored your hair 5 years ago? Well, I did do a box. And then our wheels start turning and we probably have to reformulate or we have to put everything in consideration.
That's incredible. I didn't think about that. Because, you get your hair cut
Ben
probably
doesn't
every
have to
2
think
inches.
about that because Ben doesn't have any hair.
It doesn't grow anymore, except for the sides. Yeah.
Right.
Eventually, he's just going to go see Korynn to get his goatee trimmed.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Bick me.
Which I do that also.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Beard
All right,
trimmings.
see? Yeah, there you go. I did go see her this morning, though. Those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, she actually, when I came in, she believed me when I said I was 42.
I did not. I had to just question the reference.
You're like, are you really 42? And then as soon as she cut my hair, now I look 32, which I'm still not 32 yet, but that's okay. No, Rob took a picture of me last night. Rob, while we were working out, I had my head down as I was working out, and he took a picture just of the top of my head, and
There was just a glare on the screen, right?
Yeah, pretty much. No, I look like a 62-year-old greasy man with no hair on the top of my head.
He's going to look like Mr. Smith or Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Homer Simpson with just like 3 hairs on the top and like
Oh, my
a
goodness
M on the
Why
side.
does he keep those 3 hairs? I don't understand why.
Here's the funny thing. So if something happened apart from hair, so something happened regarding the show at the Super Bowl thing. So I get invited to the Super Bowl party. I'm sitting there next to this lady, have no idea who she is. At the end of the night, Don, my friend of mine, goes, so how's the show? How's everything going? I said, everything's going great. Show's rocking, man. We're going into season 4. We're doing all these things. The lady goes, show? I said, yeah, I'm a radio personality. We hadn't talked. She's just sitting there watching a football game. I'm like, who are you? And she goes, what show? And I said, The Good Life. And she goes, what station? And I said, 105.5. She goes, I knew I recognized your voice. All night I've been trying to figure out how I knew you.
There it is. So people actually listen to the show. Go
People
figure.
actually listen to it.
Wow, people are listening right now. Are you actually one of thousands and thousands
It's
of
all right.
people?
Every time I give my number out, my phone blows up.
Yeah,
So
don't do that anymore. You need to get a 1-800 number. The Quinn hotline. You can call me on my
I
cell
was surprised
phone.
when you answered though, like because I had to call to find the suite number, and I thought that like I was already on the radio because like you answered and obviously it's your voice, so it was just really like, oh wait,
Am I live?
yeah.
Hello, Korynn, live on the air.
wondering how it's that
I'm
late.
trying to find out how to get in the building. So one of my big question my wife had, she says, okay, well, her guy that she's using currently charges X amount of dollars. We're not going to get into all that. What do you charge? That's huge, obviously. What do you charge? My wife's going to want a cut and a color.
Cut and color. It definitely, we all have starting prices, and that is because we don't know what you have done to your hair. Just
Correct.
like what I was saying, we need to know what's been going on for the past 5 years. So if you did major treatments prior to seeing us, we're going to have to treat your hair differently as if someone with virgin hair walked in.
right.
So it really just depends. Cut and color usually starts for the first service, it's a big appointment. I like to separate the appointments out. So the first appointment's a big one. You get cut, color, highlight, all this treatment, and it's a heavier bill. It's probably like $130 to like $155.
It's the right way.
And then your next appointment is going to be a really simple appointment. You're probably only touching up the new growth, the inch that's grown since the last time I seen you. So that appointment's usually like $65 to $75, and then so if you break it up into brackets like that, you don't feel like you're giving me your life savings.
Right.
The other thing is her to the guy that she's currently using that she's now running into some problems with. My whole thing is this, I'm not going to do business with somebody who doesn't have a car.
Oh.
Doesn't have a car.
That's you might do really good work, but you're still a garbage client. You can't even afford to have a car. You're garbage to me personally. Okay, well, you're listening to me on the show and you think I'm a jerk. Good, too bad. The point is that you need to represent yourself no matter what business you're in.
Right.
I don't care what business you're in. You don't have a car. You're garbage.
You need to have trust. in them.
But the guy apparently he's so good. I mean, he's done the New York Fashion Week and he does the Chicago and he does all these different things.
Great,
he's working with the right people, but what's his personal life like that he can't even afford to have the necessities?
Wow.
So that bothers her?
It bothers me, and
bothers
it obviously
you.
bothers her because, where's the quality at,
Yeah, I could see that.
Interesting. Wow, I've never run into anybody that doesn't have a car that owns a business.
Yeah, but any business.
Yeah,
Any
owns a
business.
I mean,
okay, and even if my Fiat's been in the shop 5 times since I bought it 6 months ago, but at least I have enough money for a rental.
unless it's Rob, then he just skates to his appointments, right? He just skates to different skate parks. That's what he does for a living. Right?
Is that what you do?
Yeah. He doesn't even have a car. No, he has a van.
See, there are certain types of lifestyles where if you live and breathe and eat in Midtown and you don't need a car, some people are just those types of people. But for me, I do also freelance work, so I have to spend sometimes a week in El Dorado Hills, so I can't really bike or bus to that far. So I have a car, everyone.
There is obviously an exception. I mean, if you live in downtown Davis and you don't need a vehicle, then you don't need a vehicle.
There's more bikes than cars in Davis.
But the point I'm making is that when you have a transportation issue to get to your appointments,
right.
Yes, that's the root.
And
you're taking money away from yourself.
Well, not only that, I mean, my wife's got to schedule the appointment and then cancel the appointment. Now she's got to reschedule the appointment.
Oh yeah.
That's unacceptable.
Annoying,
You're fired.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Stay with us on the Good Life Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Good Life Radio Show with John Robert Quinn and Ben Godinez, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
We're back to the Good Life Radio Show. I'm your Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez.
And I am incredible.
Translation, John Robert Quinn, the Q-Man.
The Q-Man.
All right. And we're here with Korynn over at Details Salon. But you're not only at Details Salon, aren't you?
No. I have my hands in all over this industry.
Wow.
So not only am I a stylist behind the chair 3 to 4 days a week, I also I'm an educator for a high-end color line, which is Goldwell. So I go into classes I go into a salon and teach their stylists about our product. Not only that, I work at the Sacramento Music Circus in hair and makeup department. So I'm lead hair.
That's amazing because I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, why the heck does George Clooney's hair look so freaking perfect? And it's because he spends 3 hours on hair whenever he does a movie, right? And what makes those stylists different than your corner store salon? But you're doing that caliber, quality hair, cut, and color.
Yeah, we have a lot of actors that come from Broadway, that come from just all over the world, and just for 1 or 2 shows here in Sacramento.
Wow.
So we have a really, really productive theater group in the community.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And so what are you doing? So, I mean, you got out of high school, you went into cosmetology school. This is your life. Like, I mean, you told me earlier, like, you don't work a day in your life because this is not only your occupation, but your hobby. You love doing this. So what else are you doing to brand yourself?
That's what the good life is all about, man. Right. We're supposed to be retired. When we go to work, we should feel retired. That's the point.
Yeah.
It shouldn't feel
busy
like work.
24/7, never working.
That's right.
But I'm just creating my brand, my network. After being a part now, joining Details, that's opened so many doors to do freelance work, to I actually met my coworker that got me into the music theater from Details. So I just am growing just because of being there. It's just an amazing hub for people like me that want to continue.
So are you getting clients from that as well, other than just
totally.
that one-off work? Okay.
Yeah. Now, with the theater, they're only there 3 months out of the year, so I only probably see them once or twice, and then maybe I'll see them next year. But
Right.
I also work on films, so I just did makeup for a film that's going to come out. It's called Not Your Year. It's a romantic comedy. It's going to be hilarious.
Wow.
But so we did a big transformation with the lead actress, cut all her hair off, gave her some color, created a character, and then once we wrapped up, she went back home to New York and flew out here for a show, and then I cut her hair again. So
That's incredible.
You have pictures and video of all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Send all that over to me.
Right.
Okay.
And people can follow Korynn, by the way. Before we got to get this in there, is at I love Korynn, and that's KORYNN. So it's like Corey NN. Right?
Yes.
Korynn.
She has to make it
Not to be
difficult.
called Corey.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to call her Corey. So let me ask you, because this is going to kind of go into my segue where I yell at the audience, because I haven't yelled at anybody yet today.
I thought we were going to get away with it.
No. What has made your business successful?
Referrals.
Boom!
Without skipping a beat.
Boom! Hello!
Trust.
Word of mouth is the most
Loyalty.
powerful
The
form of
reason
advertising.
why the Good Life Radio Show works is because we're bringing business people together with other business people.
Right.
It's the only reason it works.
Ben was referred to me. You have now been referred to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Ben was referred to me from somebody else who then, Janae comes to me and says, hey, I need a guy from Regis.
Yeah.
Boom! James, done.
Yeah.
He doesn't work there anymore. But point being is that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's about the network you create. Okay, we put you on the air. That's great. You're going to have people listen to you on this show. You're going to go out there and you're going to want to market your business. But what is marketing without actually touching and connecting with people?
Right.
And it's the impression that you make. People think I'm a jerk, but they know I'm going to make them money. It works.
They know you're right.
Yeah.
It works. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
So, hey, I've been homeless and I didn't have to have Rob help me. It's all right.
But yeah, referrals are just the best way. I mean, even when you look at Yelp, for that matter of fact,
Yeah.
you know, people are there. I refer Korynn, or I refer this person.
Absolutely.
I refer you to this salon. So that's just the best way to
It's
get
your
people in the
connection.
door.
It's your group of people.
Yeah.
Coming into our circle. So funny. Somebody told us the other day, he says, you know, I'm not so interested in coming on the show. I just want to buy into your circle. And I'm thinking to myself, like, is our circle really worth that much money? And I thought about it and I went, that's what it's all about, actually, is the
we
circle.
all do business with people that you've seen on the show. We all do business with one another, you know? I mean, and this is the best of the best. We don't just allow anybody on our show. Like, I saw Korynn for how long? 6-8 months before I even brought this up, right? Before I invited you to come on the show. So, I mean, I do business with the people that we bring on the show, and it's a testimony to
But
who
it's
we
not
wanna
only
build
that.
up.
We bring this guy on the show who's now in the family.
Yep.
Now you're working with this person. This person's working with you. That person's working with this person.
Big web.
Exactly. And then we're all cross-marketing each other.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Cupcake Craving, you've got Cupcake Craving here. You've never heard of them. They've never heard of you. But you're marketing each other.
Exactly.
Why don't people see this? Because they're weak. Because they don't want to invest in themselves. I put a post up on Instagram. It was like one of the best posts I've put in the last maybe month or so. And I said, I am not going to invest in you if you don't invest in yourself.
That's awesome.
I do not want you on my show unless you are bringing quality, unless you're bringing something to this equation.
And to be honest, clients will come in who want this really avant-garde hairstyle or what they see on the front of the magazine, and I ask them, well, how committed do you want to be to me? Do you want to see me every 6 weeks or every 6 months? Because I can't give you that haircut or color if you're going to come once a year.
Yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
get it for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And
So
gonna
it's
fall
whether
out
you
or-
want to invest in yourself or if you just want like a one-time treat.
And that's why
you know?
Korynn, too, she just joined Letip. We've actually qualified her to be in
Right.
our group, and we voted her in the other day. So she's actively in the community. She's building her brand. She's got her website up, ilovekorynn.com.
Correct.
And so if you're not seeing Korynn to do your hair, you might as well just, look like...
Send me over...
what's his name?
Send
Grumpy.
me over some video footage.
Okay.
You have some? Just
Yeah.
upload up on YouTube or something. And hey, Rob, you've got some good footage for me as well you can send over to me? All right, let's plug these guys one more time here. How do people get in contact with you, Korynn? Phone number, where are you located?
Well, I'm located at Details Salon. We're 32nd and Folsom, right there in between Midtown and East Sac. So the phone number there is 916-448-6874. I also have my email, Korynn at ilovekorynn.com. That's KORYNN at ilovekorynn.com. You can reach out for any freelance work, makeup, bridal, anything. But yeah, stop in at Details Salon, give them a call, let them know that you were referred from the radio show, and then we can kind of get you maybe a little deal or something.
We'll get something.